Hey friends, we have our guest here today. Super excited, talking to Lauren.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it around.
Hello, hey Queen.
Hi, Queen. How are you?
Good, how are you? Hello.
Hello. How are you doing today?
Good, I'm so excited to chat with you. Yay, Lauren. So happy to have you today. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am fabulous. I am excited because I'm talking to you. I'm so yay! You're just literally down the street, but literally, I'm here with you. It's here. We're doing
I know we're here together.
it.
I'm excited. I'm excited as well to talk with you as well.
Yay! Well, thank you for joining us today. I know people are like, this has been the craziest week. We are feeling daylight savings officially kick in because it's dark and it's 7 o'clock. I feel like this is the first time this year, this fall now, we're feeling it. So it's
Right.
usually light outside. So I was like, wait, what time is it? Wait, where am I?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh my God, it got so dark so fast. So I was like, okay, wait a minute. Let me turn on my lights in the wine cabin and get this going.
Yes. Well, I'm so excited to chat. So, one, thank you for joining us today. I'm so excited. You are someone that I look up to. You are doing the thing. You are a wine innovator, creator. You have your own wine business. And I'm just so excited to dive into this and how you even got started. But before we do all that, want to just let you have the opportunity to tell everybody who you are and just your background and how you even got started in this journey in the wine world.
Okay. Well, my name is Lauren Mathis Cornish, and I am the creator of Love Story Mobile Winery. I am a wine consultant, wine distributor, an independent wine consultant, independent wine distributor with Wine Shop at Home, but I'm also a future winemaker. I'm actually in school to become a winemaker and a sommelier at this moment. And I'm in the DMV area, but I'm licensed in 45 states. And yeah, we just have a really great time. I'm a wife of it's been 15 years. Mommy of 7, homeschooling mommy of 7. Where do we can begin? And yeah, we just rock out over wine. How did I get started? I started off with love. And that's why I call it Love Story Mobile Winery. I started off my love journey. Like I said, I come from a line of winemaker family members. My great grandfather was a winemaker. He used to make dandelion wine. I have an uncle who was also a winemaker. He used to make prune wine and dandelion wine and honeysuckle wine. And the love of wine started from there. And then I met my husband. And I always had a vision of, always loved wine since I was a little girl. Because my mom, she loved wine. She, always had wine around. My grandmother, she loved wine as well. And because of her father. And one day I just had the passion of, from drinking wine. And I said, you know what? I want to tap into this a little bit more. I want to tap into my ancestral roots and tap into the gifts that, was passed down to me. And one day and also wanting to get into the wine industry. And I told my husband, hey, I really want to tap into my gifts since I was always, secretly making homemade wine here in my wine cabin. And he said, figure it out. I'll give you the money. And we started Love Story Mobile Winery. It's been 4 years now.
Wow! Yay! Congratulations! That's huge!
Thank you.
One, to have a supportive mate, life partner that's yo, I got you. Let's live this dream. And also creating your own wine, something that you love, the way it tastes, but also you have the ancestry, it's in your DNA. it's in your blood, your veins. Like, this is what you do.
Yeah, I
Like,
was literally I literally had a conversation with my grandmother the other day, well, last week, and she was like, she's getting older. She said, "Do you remember about the story I used to tell you about my dad and him making wine?" I was like, "Do you know that has been embedded in me since I was a little girl?" I was like 5 years old. My grandmother, she come from West Virginia, and the stories, we used to go to West Virginia all the time into her childhood home. And she sit me on the counter like every grandmother would, while she's, peeling, while she's peeling potatoes and, preparing, here's the green beans. And she used to tell me stories of her, her father, of how he would make wine and how he would do dandelion wine. And then, going over my uncle's house when he was, in the physical realm, he would have his stash of prune wine and seeing,
I've never heard of prune wine first. Let's just take a second. Prune wine.
Pruned wine. Yep, you can make, and I tell everybody, you can make wine out of basically any kind of fruit. And his thing was pruned wine. And I used to, of course, you sit around, your grandparents and your uncles and aunties, and you would see them around, and he would have his stash of prune wine, and you would sit and you would look, sometimes you would smell as curious little children. Yeah, you get the whiff of it, and you become in love with it, right? And like I said, my love journey, it started from a little girl, but now that I'm creating a lane for myself, and like I said, it's full of love and the love of Black love and love of Black romance and also wine.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing, and I love it. Like, the love and love of wine, love of family, love of tradition, ancestry. Like, it is just amazing how you're encompassing all of that together and just like bottling it all up, literally bottling all the love together. That's just so adorable. And like, it's good because like you're creating something for your family. You're creating generational wealth, but also you're creating love that's going to continue on past just, you and your husband, you and your parents, you and your grandparents. It's going to go on to you and your children, and they're going to take that on.
Yeah, and we have conversations, every single day. And I, with my oldest son, me taking him under my wing and, teaching him the business, and I tell them every day, once I get my label up, and running, and once, we get everything, this will all go to you. I'm passing this down to you and your siblings, and for you all to continue to build, keep the, the love of life, of our family. Keep the love alive, keep the hope alive, of our family, history and story. And you can pass it down to your babies, and your babies can pass it down to their babies. So this is definitely a love to, like I said, it's all about Black love and bringing the past to the future, and and building that generational wealth.
I love it. I love the love. I love the love. Like, we probably said love like 600 times already, and we just started it because we feel the love. There's nothing but love. You omit love. I just feel it oozing off of you. So I love it. Listen, I can't stop saying love.
I say it all the time. I mean, even when I'm greeting someone, I say, "Hello, love. How you doing?" And that's just how I, and I tell everyone that, and you'll hear it at the end of the evening. Whenever I speak to someone, I tell them, if anyone hasn't told you that I love you today, I love you. And that's just my way of, we got to have that, especially in our nation.
Oh, well, to you. Well, cheers to that. I'm here for that.
Cheers to that.
Okay, so tell me, what are you drinking now?
I am actually drinking some rosé. As I told you, I am a wine consultant and a wine distributor with Wine Shop at Home at this moment. And I'm drinking actually one of my favorites. This is rosé. This is Le Cadu sparkling rosé. And it is a beautiful bottle of sparkling rosé. It comes from the appellation of Lodi. It has, French Colombard, it has Chardonnay, it has, you can taste the orange blossoms and citrus and all of that in it, but you also taste the vanilla and the custard and all of those beautiful things in it. And like I said, this is actually one of my favorite wines. I I always keep a case.
Not a
I
bottle,
always
a
keep a
case.
case. I have to keep a case. And it's just a beautiful bottle of wine, a California wine. So that is what I'm sipping on tonight.
I love it. Okay, well, I'm doing Le Chanel. It's a Rosé de Provence. It's 2020. So I'm trying this. It's pretty good. It's more of a brut. It's pretty good. It's out of France.
Is it all dry? Is it a sweet?
It's a dry rosé wine. So it's pretty good. It's my first time having it.
Okay.
I'm not like sold all the way, but I'm not sold. So I've had a couple sips. We'll see how the night progresses.
Okay. I understand. This isn't all dry. To me, it's a dry, but because I'm a lover of all things wine. But I prefer me, a nice dry wine. But it's perfect. This fits for everybody's, type. So I love it.
Okay. So this wine shop at home that you do, tell me more. Like, what is this? How did you get into it? I've heard about it one other time, but I'm not really familiar with it. So tell the viewers and people, what is it and how did you fall into this?
Okay, so I actually fell into Wine Shop at Home. It is it's a direct sellers wine company, and we do private in-home tastings, and we do wine clubs and all of that, right? And like I said, it's a California company, but we are licensed in it's 45 different states actually. It's 45 different states, and like I said, I travel all around the DMV, and I'm also can come to Atlanta, and we give private wine tastings. But I ventured out, like I said, that's what Love Story Mobile Winery, and I do wine cocktails with my business. Wine cocktails, and do luxury picnics, and we do all other different type of wine events.
Oh, okay. So and you host them down in Akakeek, right?
Yes, I sure do.
Okay.
Yep, I host them.
And so
I host them.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So you host these amazing sort of like events where people could come and sort of like taste wines, and it's sort of like going to a vineyard, but it's a different type of sort of like experience that they have with you.
Right. So either, like I said, I either do them in my wine cabin in my own backyard, or I come to the comforts of their own home or private venue, and I bring the vineyard to them. I bring the wines to them, and we teach them about wine. We do wine cocktail making. We do little games and things, but I bring it a different feel, right? Like I said, it's still the vineyard, but I'm bringing it to the comforts of your home or your own home. And like I said, we just have a really, really great time. And I teach about the wine. We do different, pairings. I also provide charcuterie boards or different little snacks and things. And I teach also charcuterie board making. And we're about to introduce a few other things inside of it. But yeah, we just really have a great time with wine, and many different types of conversations we have, with wine, and also giving the Black experience, because we all know even though we're starting to emerge now into the wine business, even though we've always been, because if you do your history on wine was created in Africa, right? And everyone had to, they all learned from us. And so, but right now at this moment, it's dominated. It's been dominated for a while, and in other communities and regions. But I bring the Black experience, and also the DC experience, the DMV experience. With our go-go music, with our own jazz flair, and I just create culture and wine, and bring it to you.
Wow, that's amazing. So you bring the party, you bring the vineyard, you bring the grapes, you bring the attitude, the flavor, everything. So it's
absolutely
a one-stop shop with you.
Yes, it is a one-stop shop with me. Yep. And so when I bring you the wine, I bring you 6 to 8 bottles of wine. And, plus a charcuterie board. If you want me to set up, I set up as well, decor, and I just bring it to you. And like I said, I bring our flavor, our culture, our DC culture, and just, and we have a really, really great time. And that's what it's about for me.
I'm here for all of that because I love to just like show up and party. I'm not like, because what is it? Dinner and Blanc. Like everybody's like, oh, I love going to dinner and Blanc. And I am one of those people that's like, I'm not going to pay to bring my whole dinner somewhere. Like, I just don't get it. I gotta
okay, so let me
and pay you. Like, I don't get it. But it sounds like
okay,
you are like, no. You come.
No, I bring the whole experience to you. And I'm actually planning what I call it a Bougie LeBlanc. A DMV Blue. Yes, I'm actually creating a Bougie LeBlanc event, but it will be sometime in July next year because I'm actually and we'll talk about. I'm actually creating a festival right now. It's called the DMV Black Love Wine Go-Go and Neo Soul Festival. I'm working on that right now, and it's going to be in May, but we're in the beginning stages. But yes, the Black Bougie LeBlanc experience, I'm actually bringing out. I'll be we'll have catering from, and like I said, with the difference between us and the regular LeBlanc is that we bring everything. We have the DJ, we have the food, we have the wine. It's all included. You ain't got to bring your stuff. It's all there, and it's all love, and we have a great time, a party until the evening. So that's what we was actually supposed to have our first this year. We got rained out, so we said, you know what? Let's take a little time to, postpone, give it a little bit more time, grow our brand, and but it's next year, so it's next year in July. But we'll be posting that later on down the line.
I'm so excited. That sounds so amazing, and I love to hear about people creating their own things, right? Like, there's room for all of us to have space and for us to have an event for someone, right? Because it's all about celebration. It's all about bringing networks together. And like, there's always someone who doesn't know about something. And so the creation of an event or some sort of space to allow others to come and be free and be happy and have a good time. Like, I'm always down for that. So yes, please let me know. I'll be there. I don't know how to dance, but I'll electric slide or something.
We're going to have, I like I said, the vision that I have, like I said, DC roots, Virginia roots. I was born and raised in DC, but I have also Louisiana, ancestral roots, and I wanted to bring it all together. So you're going to have your go-go, you're going to have your second line, we're going to have us a good time, so you're going to enjoy it. I can't wait.
Okay, I'm a Chicago girl. I don't know if you can see my Chicago flag. So I'm a
okay.
I'm a two-step. I got you on
I want you to two-step. I want you to two-step. We're going to have us some house music. I love me some house music. We're going to have us some house music in here as well. So I can't wait, because I do have friends of mine, who come from Chicago. So I have a love for Chicago in my heart. So yeah.
Okay, good. Because we love music. We just kind of just do a little something. We don't do too much.
Oh, baby, no, y'all two-step game is the truth. Okay, I love me a good two-step. I learned how to two-step when I was a teenager, and I will give you a two-step and rock with it. So I love me a good two-step. I love me a good house music. Yeah. I love me a good twirl. Twirl me, honey.
A little spin, a little twirl, and then I'm gonna go sit down and find me my drink. Where's my drink? Where's my cup?
Well, I will twirl and dance with my drink in my hand. That's just who I am.
Listen, I'll chair dance. I'm a good. Hey.
Absolutely.
Okay, so so how did you come up with the name? Because it's a lot in the name, right? And it tells a story, as your name says, it's a story. So like, how did you come up with your name of your company as well? Because I love to hear people's story about the name.
Okay, so like I said, love story came from my husband and our love story. And one day I was just, he was like, okay, we got to figure out a name for your business. And I was looking around, It was just this cliche. I was thinking of me and his love story, me and my husband's love story, and also looking around to our babies, and it just clicked. And it was just like a love for wine, a love for, the love that I have for my husband and my children, and it just clicked, and it was just a love story. And I wanted something positive because, in this time and day, day and stage, time and day, we don't often hear about, hearing of a good, fruitful, spiritual love story is missing, and we're yearning for it, especially in the Black nation. And it was the name came from Black love, so that's how we got it.
I love it. I love loving it.
So just one day it just clicked. It was just as simple as he kissed me. I looked at our babies, and it just, God said love story, and I said love story mobile winery, and he said okay. And that's how it was named.
So okay, and also you're studying to be a sommelier.
Yes.
I'm just like floored because it is not easy. And I personally, I'm a lawyer. Guess what I'm not going to do? Study to be a sommelier, because that is harder. I can't.
Okay.
I commend you all. I don't have enough vocabulary. I don't have the descriptors. I'll be like, this tastes good. So this is not good. So how are you handling this whole process of becoming a sommelier? Because I think it's easy to say, I decided I wanted to do it, but the process of going through it is very tumultuous and very daunting, and it's very hard. So how are you handling it and balancing it with a business, a family, working? How are you able to juggle all of this and doing the studying for it?
Okay, so here's the funny part. I always say God is helping me. God and my husband. My husband is a big supporter, a big help. Honestly, without him, I don't know if this would be possible. Because he is a really, really a major help. And how do I? And we have times and set times and schedules. He stays on me. My babies help with studying. My babies are actually, it's kind of funny because my babies, it seems like they catch on to it more than what I do. And they'll be quizzing me in the house and be like, Mommy, what is this? Mommy, what is, Mommy, what does this mean? Mommy, what is that? Smell, what does this smell like? What is, what is the notes that you're getting? So it's kind of, it's kind of funny how we go through, but it's God, it's love, and scheduling. Like I said, I homeschool all 7 of my children. So at 7:30 in the morning, we start homeschooling, and by 3:30, I work my business, and then at 6 o'clock in the evening, 2 times a week, I'm studying I'm in class, and I'm studying I'm always studying outside of class, because you really got to be in it. You really, really, really got to be in it, because I tell everybody, this ain't for the weak, okay? But yeah, I stay focused. It's just like I have tunnel vision, and because I know exactly what I want. And that's how we do it. That's how we do it.
I think it escaped me when you first said it, because I was like, nah, she didn't say that. You said you have 7 children?
Yeah, we have 7 children. Mm-hmm.
Girl, you deserve an award. 7 babies. You deserve an award. You deserve all the wine. All of the wine you deserve. I just, wow. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, we have 7 children. We homeschool all 7 of them. We've been on our homeschooling journey since the beginning of the pandemic. We fell in love with it, and we're not stopping. This is the lifestyle we chose. My husband, he's a retired professor from UDC, so anything where mommy is lacking, he picks up, and we work it that way. And like I said, we make it fun. We make it exciting. And then, mommy, when it's time for mommy to study, they stay in the house. And, and I come out here. Like I said, my wine cabin is my little retreat. And I study and I stay focused, and, even around the house, if they need to, I'm like, mommy needs help. They need, mommy, you need help. Okay, let's make, cue cards. What do you need? What is this? They just, they break it down to me. And it's funny because they're learning as well. And I'm like, okay, because like I said, I want them to learn because eventually I'll be passing it down to them. And I want them to know their business.
You have junior sommeliers. And I mean,
they either be junior sommeliers or they'll just run the business or winemakers. Like I said, I have one, I have two that is actually interested in winemaking, because they see me, do it in the house. I'll come outside and, I'll be in the house with my husband. Well, here, baby, taste this once it's done, 6 months or a year down the line. Here, baby, taste this, and they'll be, mommy, well, how did you do this? Or they'd be like, mommy, what are the notes that you're tasting? Or how do you do this? And yeah, we have a few, we definitely have a few winemakers in the family. Future winemakers.
It's in your DNA. So, like, clearly you do,
it's in us.
That gene on.
It's definitely in us. And so, and I'm grateful and I'm blessed to one day pass it on to them.
Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. You definitely just have just an amazing story, beautiful family, and it just is destiny that you guys are going to have an amazing wine company that you're producing your own juice, if you will. And I can't wait to taste it. I don't know about the prune juice though. The prune wine, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Well, we'll be I'm actually soon on my YouTube channel and also on here on Instagram, I'll be teaching a class on how to make wine. And that's actually, I think that's next week when we have that to upload. So because we're waiting for our new tanks to come in, our wine kits, because we also, have other wine kits, waiting for our new wine kits to come in. And, we'll be making, sparkling Moscato. So I'll send you the link and it'll be posted by next week.
Please do. And I would love to maybe come out there, ain't nothing but a little drive, down 295. I'll come see you.
Hey, you can come on down here. You can listen to, like I said, some, I'm the type of girl, I will play in between my go-go's, some Muddy Waters, and some Erykah Badu. And we can make wine together, and I can show you show you how we do it around here.
Yes, I'm here for that. I'm here for this. You guys heard it here first. We gonna have a section. We gonna have a little go-go / house music. Some good old blues, some good old Chicago Chi-Town stepper set.
Chicago town stepping, some Chicago blues. If you like I said, I'm an old school girl, I'm an old school at heart girl. And I love me some good Muddy Waters. I love me some, some Little Walter. I love, the chess records.
Little Walter.
Oh, honey, like I said, that's why I said the wine and love journey. It started with my grandmother and my grandfather and my uncles. While they would, make their wine or while they would drink their wine, they would play some Muddy Waters. And like I said, I love me, a mannish boy. I love me, I this is what I grew up off of. I think, and that's why, that's also how, listening to some good music and making that wine, you'll learn.
You'll get some good wine out of that. Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
In that good vibes too. So the juice is going to come out with that amazing vibe. I feel like the environment is surrounded around as well. The love that you put into it. That's why it's always going to be delicious. But again, I don't know about that prune.
But like I said, we'll have, muscadine wine. We'll have muscadine grapes. I'm actually going to be trying, actually in the summertime. Oh, no, not in the summer. In the winter, I am going to be trying. It's a rhubarb and strawberry sparkling wine. Because I love rhubarb and strawberry pie, and I'm like, I really can do this. And, I really want to do something, with rhubarb and strawberry pie, strawberry. And let's see how we can make this as a wine. And like I said, I'm a housewife, so I ain't got nothing else to do but just to be in my wine cabinet having a good time.
Yes, well,
right.
You babies, and so you had nothing but science projects as well. So that's what this is, because this is
exactly. It's just nothing but a big old STEM project that we can enjoy.
Exactly, it's a family tradition that you're creating. So I love it. I just am like, okay, so what are some combinations of what? Because I gotta get out this prune. I'm just like, my dad used to make us drink prune. My parents are older. Who wanted me to drink some prune juice? My brother and sister like to make us regular. Because like you kids, you're like.
You put a little. All you have to do the prune juice. The prune juice, or if you can make your own prune juice, out of your own juicer. You can make your own prune juice. You can add, here's a little bit of recipe. But you could do, a little cinnamon in it. You can also, to give it a little spice, a little kick. And also, the flavors of, you put a little bit of honey. You can also, put a little bit of prunes in there. Your sugars, your yeast. You have it sitting in your, because you want it it's a sweet wine. You have it sitting, in your containers in a closed, cold space. And you let it grow and you let it sit and marinate. And a year later, you will have some amazing prune wine.
Okay. So what's
and prunes are healthy for you. And prunes are healthy.
Okay, I know they're healthy. Again, like I said, my dad would be like, y'all better drink this. And we'd be like, 90, we kids in the 90s. We like,
exactly. I never forget. This is kind of funny. I mean, I hope, we're not encouraging, this is 21 and older. But like I said, I remember when I was a little girl, and you know how the older one, the older generation, your grandparents and things, they will have, a little bit of wine laying around. And, you would go and sniff and you would go taste, and they'd be like, you can't have that. And you'd be like, but it's a little cup, it's for me. And, and you fall in love.
Yeah. You're like,
I mean, you all left here, so you give me everything to drink, so it might as well be mine. So, and you learn to love it.
Yeah, well, I come from like a pretty Christian family. My parents didn't drink, so I didn't learn how to drink until I went to college. So that was eye-opening. That's a whole nother situation and another conversation where I definitely believe in what you're saying. You should teach your kids at home, because that freshman year, honey, I was fine.
Oh, well, no. Okay, so of course, you'll take sips, but when the adults are not looking. But my first time I had wine, I was an adult. Well, not legal age, but I was still an adult. I think I was 19 or 20. I was 20. No, 19. I was 19 years old when I first had wine. And I swear, I was drunk. Because, you fall in love. And then, especially when you get you some, some sweet, cheap wine, from the liquor store. And me and my friends, we had, got a couple bottles. And we got us, we got twisted. And I told him, I said, the difference is we know this with wine and with alcohol. I said, I don't have a hangover. I said, but honey, when I learned how to drink and became a lady, yes, you're going to learn you some things.
You're making my eye tear up from laughter, because you do learn the difference of who you are with alcohol and with wine. And there's a reason that I stick with wine. I learned
Me too.
Who I am not.
Me too. I cannot. Yeah, we have learned a long time ago, and especially since I've been married, we learn. Lauren is a wine drinker. She's not an alcohol drinker. Sometimes alcohol makes babies, and we try to stay away from that.
I just was like, make it through today.
No, you're not. You be like, oh, what happened? You wake up the next morning, what happened? But you don't get the what happened feeling. To me, I maybe because, you know, like I said, maybe I'm just a wine girl, and I've been a wine girl for so long, and I learned how to, you know, you learn as you get older. But yeah,
I just learned that wine is fine.
Wine is my thing, it's my drink, and we will always have it that way.
Rum is fun. Tequila, I'm gonna need a little tequila. Dark, no. I need guidance when I drink dark.
I say brandy is fun.
I do a shot of dark liquor, and then I'm like, okay, well, thank you for the taste. I'm going back to my sips of wine.
Okay, so brandy is fun. Moonshine is fun.
Like I said,
I know.
I'll take a sip. I will take a sip. And I love rum. So, like, if it's dark rum, I'm there. But
It has to be dark rum. It has to be a black rum for me. It has to be a black rum.
I used to love a whiskey, but the older I'm getting, I'm like, I can only sip it.
I can only do brandy. I can do a brandy. A bourbon, I do have. Oh, do I have my? No, I did sell my last bourbon, but I do. I have a bourbon infused wine. Yeah, I have a bourbon infused and also a rum and a white rum infused wine, and yeah, it's the bourbon would have you. I'm going to be honest. A glass and a half of bourbon will have you on a pole.
That sounds like.
And you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that sounds like Taylor Port, which is.
So you got to be careful. That's why I learned to, like, you got to learn how to drink. You got to learn your limits. You got to know what you like. You got to know what you can take, and you work from there. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
You gotta know who you are. You gotta know you gotta know your strengths. I like to act like I'm not a superhero. I just play the part of one.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
I drink my wine. I love a good rosé. I stay in my lane. I love rum. I love tequila, but I do not go hard in the paint. I learned, and my birthday.
I think I've gotten too old.
Days, so I'm like, okay, for my birthday, I'm gonna have a couple hard drinks, but we're not going to cross that line because I'm now
I've learned
at a certain age where liquor does things where your body's like, I need 6 days to recuperate.
Okay, so I'm not the only one that goes through that. Okay, I thought that I said maybe it's because I'm getting older. I thought maybe no, it's not because I'm getting older. I can never take any like hard cognac, because I always tell people, because actually somebody just asked me the other day, it was a funny question. Someone asked me the other day, they said, is Hennessy and cognac the same thing? I mean, Hennessy and brandy the same thing? And I say, yes, it is. It's a Hennessy and brandy is actually a cognac. The difference is location.
Yeah.
And just
because you can get it out of cognac brands, yeah.
Right. I said, but just as well as sparkling wine and champagne, it's the same thing. It's just location. If you are made outside of France, or if you're made outside of Russia, you are not champagne anymore. You either caviar, you're either sparkling, you're either sparkling wine, or you're either a prosecco or a semi-secco, so it's all about the location. But it was kind of funny. Someone just asked me that yesterday. They said, well, wait a minute. They was like, well, what is the difference? Because they was asking me the difference of wine and alcohol. They said, well, Hennessy, because I had posted.
I think a lot of people think Hennessy is a type of liquor because of Hennessy's branding. I mean, Hennessy has done nothing wrong to Black people since 1848. No.
Hennessy has been rocking with, like I said, Hennessy has been rocking with Black people. Like I said, if you do the history of Hennessy, Hennessy comes from France, as well as brandy, right? But it's different regions, and Hennessy was one of the spirits that was given to us, from the France over in World War I and World War II. And they would give us brandy, as a token of their appreciation, and also, for helping them win the war. And so, and then we often had those conversations. And I, like I said, I just literally had this conversation the other day because they was asking me, someone asked me, well, what's the difference between brandy and Hennessy? And I said, it's the same thing. It's cognac. I said, it's just location. And they said, okay, well, what's the difference? And I actually have a episode on this on my YouTube channel, Love Story Mobile Winery. And someone asked me, well, what is the difference between champagne and what is the difference between sparkling wine, or what is the difference between since since Russia had changed the game and made
how Russia did that. Yeah,
that was a huge thing, and it was just and actually that's why I created when I created my YouTube channel and broke the meaning down. Everybody was like, well, what is it going to be called? What does it mean? And I said, well, in America, it's called sparkling wine. I said, in Italy, it's called Prosecco. And I believe it's in Spain, it's called Cavia. I was like, and there's also one in South Africa. I can't remember the name offhand, but yeah, it's different. I was like, it's still the same thing. It's just all about location. I said, right now, of course, with the tariffs and all of that, they're all, they're kind of being petty, but I'm still going to call it champagne because it's still my thing, my zhuzh, and, and I'm bougie like that. So I'm going to call what I like champagne. It's what I like it. Ain't nobody who's going to check me, boo?
Hey, champagne life. I'm just saying. Hey, that's what you do.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Lauren, you are hilarious. I adore you.
Thank you.
So you do have this YouTube page. So it sounds like your YouTube page is like education, resources, materials that people can learn. What else do you put on your YouTube page so that people can know about it? And what is it? So like when people go to your YouTube, what are they gonna see?
Okay, so when I first started out my YouTube page, of course, well, let me back this up. Okay, so also with Love Story, I should have told. I am also a certified sexologist. Yeah.
That's something that you just don't throw out there. Right? Because like, so I'm also millions of questions have just come up.
So love and wine, of course, is my thing, my zhuzh. And so, but when you all see like the beginning stages, you'll see fashion, you'll see, he's talking about grown folks conversation, and I do mix it still together with wine, but I mainly wanted to push forward the wine because, like I said, I'm a lover of wine. So, but you will get a wine education, you'll get wine cocktail making, you'll get wine reviews, you'll get wine tastings, and you'll get you'll get a mixture of things. We do wine releases, from the wines that we get from the vineyards. Like I said, we also do have the winemaking course that we're going to be winemaking class tutorial that we're going to be having online. So you'll get a different mixture of things. Like I said, it's all above. Wine cocktail making, wine reviews, wine making classes. It's all there. And you'll also, and when I do wine reviews, I do mix a little fashion in there because I love fashion. Fashion is it was one of my first loves. And you'll get that in there as well.
Wow. Okay. So let's back up because you just dropped a bomb on us.
Okay.
Like, you can't just skim over. You know what I mean? Like, you think you can just skim over that? Like, come on.
And when we do wine tastings, and if it's a couple's wine tasting or, just women, when we call them grown and sexy wine tastings, we have those conversations. We have conversations about love. We have a conversation.
Give me more. How did you get into this? Like, what? Wait, give the backstory.
Oh God.
Just drop a bomb like that and just be like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm certified.
That's how the love journey began. Because I started, like I said, I'm a certified sexologist. I've been one now for 5 years. And I started out that way. And then when I had tapping into wine, loving wine, had the conversation with my husband that I wanted to grow my brand because my brand is Black Love and Wine. And when we have wine tastings, depending on, wine tastings or paint and sips and things like that. And I usually cater to like couples a lot, couples or women. And we often have conversations of love. We have conversations of the state of Black love, marriage enrichment, and just all things, like I said, all things Black love and wine. And of course, when you having a glass of wine, you're going to be free and you're going to be open to have these type of conversations that needs to be had with us. And we have a great time.
So. Clearly you have a great time. So
yeah,
I guess the question is too, have you guys had one of these where it was like you guys are having these conversations and it's like men, women, and it was just like, okay, the liquor has been liquoring.
We've had liquor has been liquoring situations. We've had where Lauren will teach classes. We've had those. We've had wine tastings at a studio and we will dance and there will be so you understand what I'm saying? So we haven't been at the studio since the pandemic. The last time we had been at the pandemic, last time was February of 2020. That was the last time. On my old YouTube channel, no, not on my old YouTube channel, on my old Instagram channel, Instagram page, we used to have those on there. It's called, you'll see it on there. It says backup page of Sex Potions and Petals. On this page. And you will see a little bit of stuff that we have on there and grown folk conversations that we've had. And we also introduce wine. You'll see that in the early stages of my YouTube channel as well, where we have grown folk conversation. But yeah, we have, like I said, a glass of wine or two, or maybe, bottles of wine bottles and bottles of wine that are flowing, and bottles on top of bottles. And we just have a really, really great conversation and really great vibe. And we talk about the state of Black love, and we talk about if there's a couple, or if there's couples who may want to have intimacy questions, we answer those as well. But we really, really have a great time. That's why I said my brand is and will always be Black Love and Wine. That's that's where it is.
Okay, and then you mentioned the fashion. So do you do like fashion week? Do you have fashion and like wine? Like, how do you incorporate the fashion within the wine as well?
Okay, so how I incorporate fashion. When I do reviews and, I compare it to different, fashion of, I love, my thing is I love 1920s, 1940s fashion and also 90s fashion. And we talk and, I compare it to like maybe, it could be maybe a Jimmy Choo shoe, or it can maybe, a 1990s, Versace, Versace color blocking, outfit, or or compare it to a Chanel 19 or a Louis Vuitton. I break it down. And so, because like I said, a lot of when I started my YouTube channel, a lot of it was the fan base, of course, was fashion, right? Plus size fashion. Like I said, fashion has always been my thing. And I just like to bring it there. So if you want to understand, like, okay, it says how I would compare this wine, like the rosé. This rosé to me, it's a classic. It will be like it will be a 1992 Chanel classic flap. Okay, and we all know the Chanel, a vintage Chanel is creme de la creme. We all know that, right? with the hard gold, and with the hard gold, and it's just the fabric of it, the cast. I love me a good calfskin or a caviar bag. This is just that. It's just creme de la creme, and so I bring that in there as well.
Wow. So I love how you pair so many different things, from fashion to sex therapy and love, and wine. And also, I'm going to go ahead and say it, food. So how do you pair all of these things together? So like, let's say I wanted to have a full service event where I was like, listen, it's going to be co-ed. We need to have conversations with people as partners, but I wanted fashion. I want people on runways.
Okay, so how I break it down, I also, with our wine, I break it down to Black cuisine, right? African American cuisine. Because usually when you hear, when people talk about wine tastings or wine reviews, when they're usually reviewing wine, they're talking, they usually talk about Italian food or French food or, but I bring a little, and I also talk about that in my wine reviews as well. We talk about, how to pair it with, with barbecue, how to pair it with, fried chicken or vegan fried chicken. What will go amazing with some mac and cheese. Like I will, either a Chenin Blanc or a nice, or a Chardonnay will go perfect with some mac and cheese that, a 7 cheese mac and cheese, especially with the Gouda and, with Gouda, if you have Cabernet, if you have your Dom cheese, or if you have, your Kobe Jack cheese, your sharp cheddar and all of that. When you're making your mac and cheese, or even I do I'm vegan now. Before my husband, he's not. And, if I give him like a glass of Chardonnay, I usually serve him with a fried lobster and, mac and cheese. Mac and cheese casserole. That's what I would do with him. So just different, meals like that. Like I said, I break it down to our culture, our food, that we're used to, and giving you the entire experience, from us.
I love it. I love it. So how can people connect with you, find you, purchase not only wine, but come to an experience or have an experience in their own home if they wanted to?
You can find me here on YouTube, here on Instagram. Here on Instagram, it's Love Story Mobile Winery. All you have to do, like I said, follow me here. I'm here, or you can follow me on Facebook. Facebook is Love Story Mobile Winery. TikTok is Love Story Winery, and on YouTube is YouTube. I drop a video at least once a week, but I'm more here on Instagram. So you will follow me here on Instagram, Love Story Mobile Winery. If you want to have a private wine tasting in the comfort of your own home or venue, you can just hit the link in my bio, and my website is there. If you want to book an event here at the cabin, we are not. As of right now, we are extending the opening, extending it until I think it's December 21st, because we're actually getting heaters. We're getting outdoor heaters for inside the cabin, and also, like I think it's in my backyard, inside the cabin, and also on our patio. But yeah, we're so we'll be open in the cabin until December 21st so far. But if you want to do it but we are planning to open a tasting room.
What?
But yeah, I don't know. Wait, I kind of slipped that out. Yeah, we're opening a tasting room really, really soon. That information will be posted really, really soon. Yeah, I should have said that. But yeah, that's coming really soon.
Cool. That's amazing. And congratulations to you. That's like big. Like, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. More to come.
Yeah, so
more to come on
it's definitely more to come. Like I said, you can follow my journey here. On Instagram, I posted. I have other things that's going on. I've posted about it as well, about us starting our own Black-owned winery here in the PG County. because right now, PG County is saturated with, other, vineyards, and I love them as well. But like I said, I just wanted to do something for us, by us, and create our own experience. And so, you can see that journey here as well.
I'm so excited, and they see a Black-owned business, Black woman-owned, Black family-owned business in the DMV area. Is huge. Our own vineyard, their own tasting room that's coming, their own wine company, their own wine place to go, and a mobile winery. That's huge. It's amazing. And then also you have a festival coming up. More to come on that. If people wanted to come and be a part of your festival, how can they contact you to be a part? You can contact me.
You can contact me on Love Story Mobile Winery here on Instagram, or you can email me lovestorymobilewinery@gmail.com. At this moment, we do have a heavy jazz hitter from the DMV area. Are not going to say, but we do have someone. We do have a heavy jazz hitter. I'm not saying, but I'm just gonna say,
I'm gonna take him down. Okay.
This person is phenomenal. But if you are interested, and if you are a Black, it's all things and everything Black on Black on Black. Okay. And so this will be. It will be at the Ferguson Foundation. It's in Accokeek, Maryland. It is a beautiful hidden gem in PG County. And it also has Black history in it as well. But like I said, it's an amazing venue. And so if you want to be a vendor, or if you're a Black-owned wine business here in the DMV area, and you all will want to be a part of this, please contact me. We are looking for we're just, like I said, this is just going to be I call it the Black Love Utopia, and that's what I am creating, and it's going to be a vibe.
Yay! Well, I'm so excited. This is amazing. I'm so grateful to have met you. I am now feel like we are bonded by life, and so we're going to stay connected. We're going to do some amazing things together. I can't wait to come out there. I'm going to try the Pearl wine. I'm going to try it. But we're going to make some wine together, too.
We'll taste some amazing wine. Well, like I said, we can make some wine together. We can make the sparkling Moscato that I do have, and the sparkling strawberry and rhubarb wine. And you'll love it. Like I said, some good music, good wine. If you mind, and a good time. That's what it was all about.
I'm here for it. Well, Laura, This has been so amazing. One more time, how can people follow you and connect with you before we go?
Follow me on Instagram, Love Story Mobile Winery, or YouTube, Love Story Mobile Winery, and also Facebook, Love Story Mobile Winery. That's how you can find me.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you in person. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Continue drinking your rosé, because I'm gonna finish mine. And I'm
gonna be sending you some rosé as well. I'm gonna be sending you some rosé that I know that you're gonna love.
Oh, I love some rosé, so please, send me all the rosé.
Okay, honey. All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, love. And if anyone hasn't told you that they love you today, I love you. Have a great day on purpose.
Aw, thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.